friends. It is birthday party time. So one of my best friends, it's actually my hairdresser, Catherine. She's like one of the sweetest people I know, and her baby is turning 1 today. And so I cannot wait to go to his party. I think there's something so special about a first baby's first birthday. You know, it's like when you don't have other kids and like you practically are planning it since the moment they're born type thing. And it's always like the first baby's first birthday is like just amazing. Like I can't wait to see him like smash his cake and hang on. It's just, they're so cute. So anyways, that's Veda's little friend. And so we're gonna go to his party today. She also throws the best parties, and I am like I'm just a fan of aesthetics, and so I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so cute. And just go and celebrate the day. It is hot here. I was gonna wear this outfit. It is getting progressively bigger on me. I haven't lost any more weight, but maybe that's like a non-scale victory. I love this dress. I sometimes wear it like with a belt cinched in. I have worn this dress probably more than any other pieces in my closet. I'm wearing a size large, but it is kind of heavy, and my room up here is a little warm. Nothing compared to how warm it is outside. And so I think I will probably just get ready in this with you guys, and then see what else I have up here as maybe an alternative. I have like that cute romper. It's like a knit romper. Have those, and I'll show you the bathing suit I'm taking, but I do love this dress. If you're looking for like a denim, I could probably even wear the medium in it. It is very oversized. Again, this is the large. But if you just are looking for like a great denim dress, I can't go on enough about this one. I have worn this to so many things, and I also love to wear it since it's like oversized. If I'm spray tanning, I'll like throw it on and run and go get a spray tan. But whew, heat advisory there. I don't know how hot it is here, but it's warm today. All right, my nose ring's all twisted. Have you had a good weekend? I feel like we're recovering from our birthday party fun. There's just something about having a bunch of kids in your house and all of this like party supply that nobody talks about, like the sleepovers. They stay up so late and the mess. So shout out to all the moms and dads who are cleaning up after events. You know, if you have a couple kids, it's like several times a year. Then you have like holidays. It's all the things that you're like, huh, I never knew why my mom was so grumpy, like after an event or Christmas or whatever. And you're like, well, it's because she's probably exhausted. You saw my stories? Okay. If you didn't see my story, you have to go watch it, or I'll tell it to you now. So I went and got a massage, and the girl, everything about it was weird. I got there, Adam had booked it for me, and she was like, oh, I meant to call your husband, like, I'm running behind, I'll get to you in like 20-30 minutes, okay? And I was like, okay. And so she's like, come in here. So she reaches under the table, hands me a pillow, and says, take a nap, you go to sleep. And then she leaves. There's like no sheet. I didn't know if I was supposed to take my clothes off or not or whatever. She just said, go to sleep. So I was like, okay, well, I would love to go to sleep, but well, it's probably not gonna happen. So I lay there, and she finally comes back in, like maybe 25 minutes later, and she's like, okay, get undressed. She does not leave the room for me to get undressed, which also was super weird to me, even though they see you naked anyways. So she just stood there, like looking down, and I was like, do I get undressed like now? And she goes, yes. So I was like, okay. So, all right. So I get undressed, I like get under the sheet, and then she at first tucks the sheet into my underwear and then like completely exposes my hiney. I'm like, okay. So she does my back. She does give a great massage. I've actually gone to her before, one other time, and Adam's gone to her one time. And this is like a hole in the wall type place. One day when my back was really hurting me, I like called all the local places And I like tried to find somewhere that could get me in that day. That was this place. It's next to like a Fish Mania and a Cakeria. It is not in like the safest area of town. And it is kind of a just, you know, well, it was one of those when I very first called, I like called Adam and I was like, hey, I'm here. But if like, you don't ever hear from me again, this is where I was last seen type place, you know, like it is a massage table in the room. That's all that's in the room, you know, in a shopping plaza. And it's not it is super affordable. They give a pretty good massage, but it is not like the same experience as like maybe a luxury type place. But anyways, regardless. So she tucks me in, she gives me my massage, and then she goes, do you have kids? And I was like, yeah, I do. Like I have 4 kids, and I'm like telling her like I've got 1 baby and she's 1.5 years old, and then I have big kids. And she goes, oh, that's why you're so fat, and pinches my side and goes, hee hee hee. And I was just like laying face down. And so then I'm like, this is at the beginning of my massage. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm like naked here the rest of the time with her judging my body. And so then she goes to do the second part of the massage where she just like pulls the underwear up and flips the sheet completely over my head like a superhero cape, and like my legs and hiney are then hanging out. It isn't like one leg, you know, tucked with a sheet and then I move to the other. Like, no, completely flipped over my head, and which I guess they're gonna see anyways. It's just like the way it's done, not to mention I'm like, of course, like what do I even look like? She also is probably, I don't even know, maybe 90 pounds. Like there's not an ounce of fat on her body, and I know there's lots of ounces here. And so anyways, I was like, this is also the second time that I've gone to her, and both times she did the weird cape thing, like where she tucked it weird, and she genuinely seems very nice. So other than the comment, like, you know, she was like, oh, you're a strong mama, like kind of thing. And then she just kept doing her massage. She told me, thank you for like being patient. She wasn't like a hateful woman, but I just thought like, I can't imagine if you're having like a bad day about like how you feel. Like it already doesn't feel good to like get exposed, you know, and be like, but my back was hurting so bad. And so it's like to have somebody critique you or tell you you're fat, like it's just not nice. And so I was like, I told Adam, I was like, I know it's affordable. I know they can get you in like really quickly. I just think there's like between the fact that I feel like I might get murdered while I'm in there, and or videotaped or something, and secondly, it just makes me feel bad about myself. I was like, I don't think I'm going back. Anyways, you would have left. It's so hard. I have so many kids. It's so hard to get out. I just stayed there. And I'm such a weird people pleaser that I'm like, I didn't even say anything. Like, hey, that's not nice. I don't know. I don't even know what you say. Yes, just feel deflated. So I was like, okay, well, thanks. Point out the obvious if you didn't already know. Yes, I have had kids, and yes, I know. I have like a lot of stuff you can grab onto. Also, I don't think I've ever had anyone grab a piece of me and like grab and tap it and be like, you're so fat. It's just, who does that? Anyways, so you would have complained about this woman. So I think she runs it. Every time she's been the one who schedules, and she's who's like running it. She's like running around everywhere. So I'm not going to go back there. I'm going to just try and find somewhere and then book more in advance. So, oh well. What am I drinking? There's a local place. It's actually, I got a different one. They started to make, it's called a Jimmy Buffett. It has like a lot of flavors in it. And I saw like their summer promotion. They have collagen and protein, and they're sugar-free, they're calorie-free. They're like one of those Herbalife, like loaded teas. So we live close to Signal Mountain Nutrition, so I just get mine there. They're really sweet there, and I get half caffeine because I can't handle a bunch of caffeine. So, all right, I'm gonna take my rings off. and I'm gonna put on some tanning drops. I did do like a Lux Tan 2-hour tanning earlier, and I took a shower already. I did not do my hair, but I'm gonna do my hair either with you guys or after I hop off. Adam's giving Veda a bath. She has the cutest outfit, which I still had the tags on it. So, you know, just like wife tip, I normally cut tags off, like of any time I get like boutique clothing for her, because for such a tiny body, they are a little expensive. So, but I was like, hey, she has this really cute outfit that she's gonna wear. It's hanging up on her little rack. And he like grabbed it, and immediately I saw the tag, and I was like, here, let me cut that off so we don't like rip it. And he was like, how much was it? And he looked at it, and he was like, whoa, baby child, you are an expensive baby. Which, I mean, it was less than $100, but it was probably like $65. But for a baby outfit, I'm like, I just don't shop boutique stuff often for her because she's such a messy child. But for like little, I don't know, cute outings, I just couldn't resist. And so I got her the cutest little outfit, but I was like, oh man, I wish I had taken the tags off. Do you ever do that? It's kind of like when, like, he doesn't get mad at me that I spend money. It's just like one of those things where I'm like, like, you know, when you have things in the back of the trunk of your car and you're like, hey, I'm gonna wait to bring that in until maybe he's at like swim lessons. I hear Veda doing something. She's like, he's saying no, Veda. Anyways, let me wash my hands. Give me 1 second, because I don't want orange hands. Anyways, all right. Oh, I do need to keep baby wipes near. You so do this. Does anybody else where you're like, I'm gonna, or I will have forgotten and I have like pillows in the trunk of my car or something. And I'm like, hey, can you like put this in the car? And he's like, so when did you make a trip to so-and-so? And I'm like, oh yeah, that. But anyways, just, you know, it's like, do you think these throw pillows just magically appear? No. Did we need new throw pillows? Well, it is a new season. All right, we're going in with primer. Don't forget to prime. Okay, so POMIFERA has, they extended their $1.99 shipping on their skincare. So if you are needing a restock on POMIFERA, I absolutely love POMIFERA skincare. The POMIFERA Rose Oil, I use at night. It is so good if you have fine lines, deep wrinkles. It's microbacterial, it's antibacterial. It is just, it's so good. And so if you've been needing anything, their body wash, if you have crepey skin, I have started getting so many messages from older women who have crepey skin saying that they, like several before and after pictures, so many that I actually went and ordered it myself. So it's their body wash and body lotion. And if you have crepey skin, there are ingredients that are anti-aging ingredients that help tighten your skin. And it is crazy, like to where crepey skin doesn't look crepey. I'm gonna get it for my mom. Genetically, we have crepey skin. I can already see like a little bit on my hands and like the tops of my thighs and my boobs. And so that it's like my skin is getting a little more stretched out. And so I have ordered that. And I can't wait to start using it and tell you like how it does for me. But I've gotten so many pictures showing like, you will not believe the difference of my skin. Like here's what I was at a birthday party, like sending me a picture, and then here's what they look like now. And so good. And so if you've needed anything for crepey skin, try their lotion and their body wash. What about super, super dry skin? I would totally do body lotion. Be sure you're exfoliating if you have really dry skin. I know it kind of seems like weird to be like, hey, but if you get the dry skin off, and exfoliation helps generate collagen production, and then hydrate really well. I washed my hands since I did the tanning drops, so my hands are good. I just put on dewy primer. I'm giving it a second. You can tell I need to exfoliate, actually. So when you're tans, or it could be because I did that instant tan earlier, and when I showered, I might not have like washed my face well enough. I was trying not to get my hair wet. Anyways, it's not gonna matter because I'm gonna cover it up with makeup. So, oh well. Great. This is my favorite brush. It is the Tarte Kabuki brush. If you drop the word me, I have it in my mini chat of links. Ooh, Olivia said, I love their body wash. I've been using it for a while. Absolutely in love with all their products. Yay! Ooh, it's getting so low. So I have used this for months and months and months. And this is, I've been using OFIR now for over a year, and I've only ever had to get 2 bottles. OFIR, it is like full, and I use about 1.5 pumps. Now, I will say I use coriander whenever I'm not tan, and cardamom when I am tan. So maybe because I go in between 2 bottles, that's why, but it's so good. They also have a deal. OFIR has a deal going on this weekend. You can either go to CORTNEYSWANN.com and click OFIR, or go to my stories. I have it listed there, but they have a 40% off of foundation, primer, concealer, and I want to say setting powder. The company that the body wash is from, if you just go to CORTNEYSWANN.com and click POMIFERA, that is where the body wash is from, and it's $1.99 shipping right now. I use all their skincare products, absolutely love them. I also use a few things from a brand called Herbal Alchemy, which is also an all-natural company, and I started using some of theirs a few months ago, but POMIFERA is by far my favorite skincare I've ever used ever. Just for like how tight, like the actual results you see on your skin. Oh, yay, Joey. I think this is such an amazing community of just women who build each other up, and how that's what we should be for each other, right? We should be people who build people up, not tear them down, who are there to support people, who are there to pray for people when you're going through like struggles and battles and all of it. Do I have before and afters of using the skincare? Yes, I have my personal before and afters. Like my skin looks better now than it did at 24, like literally 10 years ago. And then tons of before and afters. Even if you like Google before and after POMIFERA, like the results are amazing, or like on Pinterest. But I can post some on my, I probably should, but I could post some before and afters on my stories and show you guys like, hey, here's some really good before and afters. All right, going in with this. Morgan is in the loop. So they announced, the other makeup company that I'm going to be working with announced today, kind of to the public what's going on. So I wonder, I guess I could just talk about it. I can't sign up as an affiliate with them yet, but so I started my career with a company called Unique. Love their products. Never ever have said anything bad about them. They had some rules a few years ago that you couldn't rep other brands or other brands' products. So being that I have built a platform where I do represent other brands, I was at a crossroad, this was several years ago, where it was like, well, you have to choose, are you going to like stick with this company and or do you want to be able to represent lots of companies? I love, if I find something, I just like to be able to share it. That's kind of who I am and what I love. I like to share a lot of things from a lot of different brands. I always said like, well, if you let me share other things at the same time, this would be a great fit for me. But I didn't want to not be able to share about like the skincare that I loved, or I didn't want to have to share a skincare that I don't love, you know, like kind of thing. So Younique is coming out with an affiliate program. I will not be able to have a team. I will not, it will not be like the network marketing side of it. It will just be as an affiliate. But I will get to go back to Younique, which I'm really, Adam's like, I have like done calls with them for the past, I don't know, months, and then even over the past years of like, hey, what would an affiliate program look like? And, you know, like, it just takes time for things like that to come into existence and just different things. So they've announced that they will indeed have an affiliate program, and which means that I could still represent. So as a person who, I mean, this is my job, right? Like, I can never probably leave certain brands to only do one thing, because that's just, I want to be able to show a lot of different things. And so, but I love their products and I love the company. Like Adam literally is like, you talk about it like it's the good old days. Like I cried for months when I had to leave. It was not even a decision that I wanted to. It was just like, I don't want to get sued or go to jail. And it was like a legal thing. Like, hey, if you are going to continue to show other brands, you can't, or you have to terminate your partnership with Younique. So that's what I did. And so that's been over the last few years. So now they're about to start, and I'll get to start doing that soon. So anyways, that's kind of like secrets out because they mentioned it. So in all honesty, no woman uses just one brand, right? We all have like a big bag of things. And like, also, I think that this is huge about makeup. Not like everything from one brand works for every skin type. So for every person, for every age of your skin, all of it. So I will say probably my favorite days of makeup tutorials, Younique had a really huge eyeshadow line, a really huge, like I love fun makeup tutorials. I love the creativity of it. I did love building a team. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that part of it. I very much loved that. The only way you could do that part is if you choose to only be with them as the only like MLM, and that's not an option for me. So I won't get to do some of the other part, but I'm really excited. So what exactly does that mean you'll be doing with them? So it will just be just like affiliate sales. So it will be me showing products and selling products, but I won't have a team. You started watching when I was with Younique. I loved it. It literally was the glory days. So that's what's coming up. All right. And then I'm still going to show other stuff that I like too. I just want to be able to, like, if I like it, I want to show it. If a good deal is going on for Tarte, like I have so many followers that love Tarte. I want to be able to tell them about it. I love Tarte. Like I got 2 new lipsticks in this week. Like if I find a new luminizer that I like, I want to be able to share it. Like, and different things work for different people. All right, speaking of luminizers, this Pink Lily Beauty, it's beautiful. That's a good one. Okay, I forgot to put on primer. I got to talking, and then you just get to going. Where's my little brush? Okay, setting powder. That's what I meant to say, not primer. I might put a little bit more of that luminizer on. Who started with me in the glory days? Anybody been here a while? Did you know me before I met Adam? Yes? So I'm getting ready for my friend Catherine, her baby's birthday party. If Ada looks so cute, I want Adam to come show. Hey, Adam. Hey, Swann. He can't tear me. I want you to see how cute she looks. All right, this just has leftover bronzer on it. Yes? You've been with me ever since I lived in Cleveland? That was over 5 years ago. Thank you, guys. That's exciting. Ooh, Barbara says, hands down, OFIR is the best concealer under eye she's ever used. Many brands. She's 75. Ooh, so that's great to know. If you are older, then and you're looking for a good concealer, I get questions all the time of like, hey, is this good for older skin? So I love testimonies when products are a good fit for older skin. Thank you so much for sharing that. And happy birthday. Your birthday was yesterday? Happy birthday, Barbara. Oh, you were with me when Adam was just my neighbor? He was. I always think like, I can't imagine had I not moved. So it's a crazy story. So I moved to Chattanooga really feeling like God was telling me to move. I had been at a conference in Nashville, and it was actually with Unique, and I was speaking, and I was headed back, and I was listening to a church service, like a replay of a church service, and they were talking about the kids' church there in the school and how they had the kids going around the church as a demonstration of the walls of Jericho and like what they were doing with the kids at that time. And I just got this feeling of like, it's time to put your kids in that school. And I was like, well, Lord, like this is not something I had thought of in years. So, you know, when it's like, you know, it's not you because it's not something you've been thinking of. And I like could not shake the feeling of it's time to move. And so I was like, God, there would be a lot of things that would have to happen if I was going to move. I'd recently gotten a divorce earlier that year. I was like, my ex-husband would have to be okay with it for us to move. I would have to be able to get them into the school, which it's mid-school year. That's at a private school, which you're normally on a long wait list. It's probably impossible. And then I would have to find somewhere to live, which I was like, I've looked in Chattanooga so many times. I couldn't find anything that I could afford or that I liked or that wasn't, you know, crazy expensive. And like there were all these things. And so I was like, God, like if this is what you want me to do, all these things have to line up. Like if this is what I'm supposed to do. And so my lease was going to be renewing in Cleveland. Anyways, I loved my house in Cleveland, to be honest. It was like cute and charming, and I'd made it my home and all these things. And so I just started like one foot in front of the other. Like first things first, I'll ask the kid's dad, like, you know, and so he was fine with them going to, something we'd always talked about anyways. And so that was a easy yes. And I was like, well, that was easier. And then I talked to the school, and the school was like, hey, we'll do a meeting with you, but we had some people have to move in their grades. We could actually get you in. And I was like, that is crazy. And so then I looked online on Craigslist, and about 30 minutes earlier, it was like 38 minutes or something, my Chattanooga house got posted for sale. And it was like, as soon as it popped up as like a new listing, I was like, that's the one. Like I loved it. And so I went, and I had bad credit at the time, and I was like, they'll have to be okay with the fact that I have bad credit, and that I could give them a deposit or whatever, but it, you know, it would just be, will they be willing to make an exception? And they were like, yeah, that's totally fine. If you give us a like first and last month's deposit, you're in, you're good. Like we understand things happen, and here you go. And so like literally within 48 hours, I'd gotten my kids into school, gotten them to move, gotten a house and everything. And it was like, hey, time to move. Well, Adam was my husband now, my neighbor. And so I moved in, and I can remember sitting out on that porch, like I got that house kind of set up, and sitting on the porch and like literally crying and praying. And God, like, I was luckily right down the road from my granddad, which was amazing. I got to spend extra time with him a lot. But I can remember just praying and being like, I'm so grateful for the life you have given me, but I feel so alone. And I just feel like I want to have somebody to like share this great life with, like, and so sad. And I had no idea that my future husband was literally living right across the street. So I just feel like sometimes when you like, now I didn't know, I had no idea, like had God been like, if you move, I will send you your husband, maybe I would have like really moved even quicker. But I feel like I had no idea that part of it. But I just think of like being obedient when God says to do something, and when God says like move, like you never know why or what those reasons are, or you know, like I had a whole life and community and like everything where I lived. And so I also didn't know my granddad was going to pass away as young as he did. And so I'm forever grateful that I got to spend so much extra time with him. And he only lived like a mile and a half down the road. And so just like an encourager, for if you don't know, like, and sometimes it can even be like, well, how do I know if it's like God talking or it's my own thoughts? And to me, I know if it's like I'm not thinking about that at all, and this is what comes up, and like I can't shake it kind of feeling, or it's like I never in a million years would have just thought to like do this, or it's even something that like not only would I have not thought to do this, but also this thought makes me incredibly uncomfortable. And then testing like, okay, God, if this is what you want me to do, then these things like have to, you know, make a way if this is what you want. And so, but so grateful. So, you know, anyways, I don't know how I got on that subject, but, so my mom and sister live near me. My sister lives about 30 minutes away, and my mom lives about an hour away. And my dad lives in Hawaii, so he's not close at all. All right, going in with current. So I can tell you, there was a time I went to Dollywood. If you've never heard of Dollywood, it's a theme park. It was tax-free weekend. And I can tell you exactly where I was standing. And I just heard and felt the Lord. Like, so there was no one there. If you've ever wanted to go to Dollywood when there's no lines, go on tax-free weekend. Everyone's going to Gatlinburg to shop, not to go to Dollywood. So Dollywood was empty. Never seen it this empty my whole life. And so as soon as you got onto a ride, you did the ride, you got off, and as quickly as you could make it back to the other side, you could get right on. And so we were getting off and going back around, and there was like a sign that said like, if you're standing here in line, you're an hour and a half away. And then as you're walking, it was like, if you're standing here, you're 45 minutes away. If you're standing here, you're 15 minutes. And then, you know, we went right up to the gate. And so I was standing there like about to get back on the ride again. And I just felt the Lord be like, this is what I mean when I like, I'm going to speed up time. Like I kept praying of like, just the things that had happened, and just feeling like a lot of years of my life like were kind of wasted or were stolen kind of thing, or you know, just a lot of that, and feeling like I'm going to restore time. And I have prayed about it, and I felt the Lord saying like, I'm going to restore time in your life. And I was like, God, I don't know what restore time means. This was weeks before. And I was like, God, like, I don't know what does it mean if you're going to restore time? Like, I don't know, like, show me what that means. And so that was a prayer weeks before. So while we were going at Dollywood, and we're waiting in line, I just felt the Lord be like, this is what it means for me to restore time. Like what you normally would have to wait years for, or months for, or weeks for, you're gonna like walk right into opportunities. You're gonna like not have to wait for the things that like in the past you've waited for, or you're not gonna have to like in my business, like literally like things I used to have to like all night like hustle for, you know, like literally overnight. I mean, I went from like no followers to a bunch of followers, like not on my own behalf. I did nothing differently other than like continued to tithe and pray. Like, there wasn't anything different about me. I still talked about the same things. All of a sudden my audience just grew, and like restoring time. And same thing with like, I feel like meeting Adam, like I'm so grateful that I didn't have to like wait years before meeting him, that like I moved in and like within a couple weeks met him, and like just God restoring time. But like those are types of moments like where it was like such a physical, like I knew I didn't come up with that because I was just hot at Dollywood, and I was like standing there like under the fan, and I just happened to like look over and think, man, like, whew, we'd have to really be out here in this heat waiting a long time. And like, then that's the thought that came to my mind of like, this is what it means to, and so like, I knew that that was like the Holy Spirit, not me. And I can still remember it, like exactly where I was and what, you know. And so anyways, those are like the best moments, I feel like, whenever, I think when the Bible talks about how like the Lord will reveal things to you and how you can like just see things in a different way. I think it's so amazing. And I can honestly say, like, even my enemies can't deny the fact that like, wow, the Lord has really blessed her business or her life, or like restored things. I can't find my, sorry if I'm like clinging around. There we go. It's because I had it in the wrong spot. Anyways. All right, here we go. So just an encouragement, if you are going through something and you can't see what God is doing yet, it isn't because God like doesn't want to give you something good or doesn't have good things for you. Sometimes it just has to happen in the right time. I wish I'd done my liner before I did this. We're gonna just go ahead and do liner now, but this is not the order. If you're doing this at home on your own, doing the liner first is better. Sometimes I get to talking and then I just get distracted. All right, so I mentioned the other day I felt like my brows were getting saggier, getting lower on my face, or like heavy. It's been months since I got Botox. I do get Botox across my forehead. Genetically, my mother and everyone else in our family has a deep wrinkle, and I am determined not to get it. And so in addition to good skincare, I do Botox. And so I don't know if this last time it just made it heavy on my brows. Maybe it'll go away, maybe it won't, I have no idea. But in the meantime, I'm gonna fill them in a little bit to raise them up. This is you. You've been planting a church in Knoxville for the last 2 years, struggled. It's been so hard and you've been struggling. God, I did not hear you right. I literally popped on here when you started talking about God restoring time. That was for you. Oh, I really do believe like God restored, like, and the things that I'm like, oh, you know, I also think that even the bad, like God has used to make something beautiful. And had I not gone through some of the things I went through, I would never be as sympathetic to certain things or empathetic, and I wouldn't be who I am. And I also have like so much faith because, not just because I've like heard about Jesus, but because I've like seen him do miracles in my life. Like I have been in my car crying, not knowing how I'm gonna feed my kids, and like walked into my porch and there was like a frozen turkey and like Thanksgiving food on my doorstep because my neighbors, I lived next to a halfway house. I lived like in kind of a dangerous area, but I loved it. When I lived in Cleveland, it was like all I could afford. And so I lived next door to a halfway house, and those men, they ended up being like my own little, like, you know, they'd make sure, they always were like on their porch and like smoking and everything. And so somehow, like, you know, they don't want to get in trouble there either, because they're trying to get straight on their feet. And so I suddenly felt like, okay, well, they're always making sure nobody's gonna mess with me. And so they had gotten extra food that year, and so they came and delivered some onto my porch. But it wasn't necessarily the frozen turkey, but it was like the symbol of like, even when I don't know how I'm gonna take care of us, that God will provide some sort of way. Like, I didn't ask for frozen turkey and like green beans and all the things, like, but it gave us food, and it was more like the symbol of God taking care of us, you know, and that God will take care of you too, like, even when it's hard. And I think that like, if God can trust you with a little, he can trust you with a lot. And like, the obedience when you don't have a lot, it's a lot harder to give when you barely have anything than it is when you're like not worried how you're gonna eat. And so I think that, you know, all those things, that it's like God sees your heart. All right. Can't wait to see Veda's outfit. I hope it fits her. It's like the cutest little bubble. Also, I didn't think I was going to get to have more kids. And the fact that we have Veda is just like such a blessing. And I prayed for all my big kids to have blue eyes. They all have dark brown eyes, which I love them, even with their, you know, it's not like you don't love them anyways. But I just have always been like, I just want a blue-eyed baby. Like, and my dad had white hair growing up, and I was like, I would like love like a blonde-haired blue-eyed baby. And like, Veda is just such a blessing, and literally like such a little dream baby. Let's see. Oh, people who are weird. There we go. We'll just block him. Oh, why do people be weird on the internet sometimes? It's like you don't have anything else better to do. Right. I got new lippies. I don't have links for them right now, but I could post them later. They're just from Tarte. They're the Maracuja Juicy Lip Cream. I love any of the Maracuja Juicy stuff. If you need links, shoot me a message. Sorry, I should have gotten them for you, but I'm going to show you these, and then I'm going to put on, we'll do eyeshadow. Okay, this is the shade Peachy Pink. It smells good too. It smells like tropical. All right, I did that in the middle, and then I'm going to use the shade Mauve. It's a really creamy lipstick. How pretty is that color? So that's the shade Mauve. And then that peachy in the middle. Such a good everyday. Oops, wrong thing. Add a little more. Oh, so today is actually not Veda's birthday. It is a friend of mine's baby's birthday. Veda is about 18 months old now. And so, you dyed your white hair light pink last week, and it looks rather good. Ah, send me a picture. But thank you. She is going to a party, and that's the scoop with Veda today. All right, let's see. I almost don't want to do a whole bunch on my eyes today because, like, I might get in the pool. But you guys have this palette? This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, and it smells like chocolate. All right, I'm gonna go in with this Classy and Sassy. Hey, Adam. Hey, is Veda cute? Does Veda have her outfit on yet?
Yeah, she's got her outfit on. We had a whole fiasco down here.
What happened?
I was feeding her, and then I left the sink running in the laundry room. It overflowed big time, so I had to do the towel stuff.
Uh-oh. How long before you remembered?
Probably 5 minutes.
Ooh, is it really bad?
It was pretty deep. Thank God there was a bunch of towels in there.
Okay.
It's all good though. I got the fan going in there. We're all good. Baby's down here trying to break this.
Do you hear it?
We're good.
Well, can you just bring her here so I can see her outfit?
Yeah.
Do you hear what he said happened? He was feeding her, but he left the bath water running and it overflowed.
Oh, and another thing that happened was her bow in the back. I couldn't get the ow, that hurt. I couldn't get the thing over my head, over her head.
Yeah.
Ooh, that really hurt. So
What?
I had to untie the bow, and I don't know how to tie bows.
You had to untie the bow and you don't know how to retie it? Hi. Hi. You want to show them how cute your outfit is? That's your bow. Here, don't leave for long. Did you try that new leave-in conditioner on her?
Oh, yeah.
Look at her curls.
Oh, yeah.
Veda, it made your curls so beautiful. What do you want? Do you want some chapstick? Can you say hi? Oh, here you go. Can you put
It's
it
been a
on?
real war zone down there.
Okay, so you left the water going?
Yeah, it dumped everywhere. There's an inch of water in the whole laundry room.
Hmm. At least you didn't leave the baby.
And she was just staring at me throwing food on the ground.
Oh, on your lips.
And then she got a hold of Alexa and tried to break that. Then the bow string fell out. It's really hard to do anything with her.
It's hard to do anything with her.
It is.
You can't have any more. You can have a little bit of this. You want this? You've hit everything. What's going on? Did you hit your foot going up the stairs?
Not my head. On the ceiling.
Is it? Oh, you better be careful.
Ooh, that's good.
Can you put some, hey. You can't have it and eat it. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, you go play with your dad.
Yeah.
I know. Here.
Let's go do what we've
she's
been
sleeping.
doing. Let's try and go burn the house down.
Oh, I know. She just wants the chapstick. She likes to eat it. But good moms don't let their kids eat chapstick even when they scream. At least you didn't leave the baby. That's a true statement. Okay, this is called Old Money. I think he's taking her in there to see the kittens. That'll fix anybody's problem. Yep. Are y'all seeing the kittens? Yeah. Well, good save. You've never seen her cry? Well, the closer we're getting to, the more meltdowns we're having. She's also figured out how to unbuckle herself and stand in her seat. And really just kind of escape in general. She's become very opinionated. She's talking a lot, just adorable. Just, you know, can't believe you left. So the way our laundry room is set up, we have this high sink, which has ended up being the best ever thing for giving a baby a bath. But he's notorious. This is not the first time this has happened. He's notorious for turning it on to let it warm up, and he'll go ahead and plug it, and then he'll like get her clothes off. Sometimes it'll be like, I wonder if I can get her naked and in the bath or like in the sink before it overflows. Well, that's great until you have like a kid getting into stuff and then like distractions. And so that's what happened today. And normally I'm like, hey, you want me to turn this off? But I'm live. So, okay, I'm going in with this. It's called Money Bags. I don't even know if this palette's still available. If it isn't, I'm sorry, friends. I've had this thing for over a year. Two and three are challenging because they can escape and they have big opinions. Sassy baby magicians. Yes. So it's so funny when I use a green shadow under my eyes, it makes my eyes look more green than blue. Lexi's party was amazing. She had a lot of fun. She did hide out in her, like either in my room or in her room, and I'll be like, where is Lexi? And so Lexi is definitely introverted and she gets kind of anxious. We only had 4 friends over plus Lola and her. And I'm using waterproof mascara today by Grande. It's a conditioning peptide mascara, and we're gonna use that because, well, in case my face gets wet, I don't wanna not have on waterproof mascara in case I get splashed. But so she would be like, she just got a little overwhelmed. And so, you know, it's just a long time to have a lot of people there and trying to feel like you're entertaining people. And so I was like, oh, I feel that to my core. All right, I have to let this heat up. This is the best curler. If you've been wanting a heated curler, it's so good. How's Christian? He's doing so good. He's had a great summer. He's doing really good. They're all at their dad's right now. They come back here tomorrow. So, and I have them for the 4th of July this year. So that's good. We have no plans. It's just nice when I get to have them for a holiday. Co-parenting is really hard. I feel like it's one of the hardest things as an adult that I've had to do, you know, because you have to share your kids with someone else because it's their kids too, and they love their kids too, so you just have to share. But you're like, I really miss them when I have to share. And sometimes you don't always want to have to share, but you have to. And sometimes your kids, you know, don't want to leave. And sometimes they do, you know, it just depends. But that's like hard when it's like, you know, I can't get this off. I'm trying my best, but they have fun and they get to go do fun things and they get to do stuff here, and we just, I think all of us make the most of it. You love my earrings. I posted a link in the description. These are from Jonesy Wood, and I have a discount code in the description as well. And then these are like gold filled jewelry from Jonesy Wood as well. I love her jewelry. She's been featured on like Free People, Show Me Your Moo Moo, Vici, what am I thinking? I want to use the liner or the curler. Can you hear her playing with those cats? Woo! Use tweezers. Connie, you're a genius. Alright, so I really have to pull my life together because I'm going to just do my hair with y'all. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'll finish my makeup look with you guys, and then I'm gonna record like a pre-recorded video doing my hair. That way I can send it to launch. I am so behind on content this summer. Normally I record several pieces of content. Like I try every day. This summer I've sucked. There's just so many kids here. That have places to go and things to do, and then you like wanna I just haven't done as great of a job. So I'm a little behind, so I'm probably gonna do that. But I gotta leave soon. Okay, the lash curler is from Grande Lashes, and it's a heated curler, and I have a discount code. You just go to CORTNEYSWANN.com and click the Grande link, and there's a link and a code. But yeah, so I gotta get my stuff together with all these brands because, you know, you have like a certain amount of pieces you have to deliver, like create and make. And then I'm like, I just wanna go do something fun. It's summer. I love my job. I would not pick any other job. I love getting to connect with people. I just feel like I need to do better. I've got to start recording more. Yeah, if you use my code, then yes, you get a discount on top of the deal. All right, I'm gonna show you the outfit. Do you guys think I should? I'll show you. I think this would be cute. I feel like this is like less, like hot. It's actually much less hot because it's see-through. So this is the romper. I think I'm actually gonna wear there. I love that romper. You can hear Veda squawking and squealing. She like loves the kittens. So we're gonna take the kittens for another opinion. We took them to the vet the other day. They're like super sneezy, and the vet just said they have herpes. We got them from a shelter because I felt like that was the right thing to do. Cats repopulate so often, and basically, you know, a lot of cats don't get adopted, and so we adopted from a shelter. So a little bit of me regrets that though, because they are having like just some genetic and just health issues that it makes me nervous. I don't want them to die. And I don't even know how my kids would handle it if that were to happen. And so they've just been kind of sicky. And the vet we took them to just said it's like normal, that they're just gonna be like that forever. Like their eyes will like get shut and can't open, and they're sneezy. And they're like, they just genetically they have herpes, and which it can't go to humans. I asked. I'm like, well, who knows? I didn't know. And so they're like, they're just gonna be sneezy, sicky kind of babies, and there's really not much you can do. Well, I don't really like that answer, so I'm going to take them to another vet and see if they agree, because I feel like surely, like, what if they just have a sinus infection or something? I don't know. She said that's not what it is. You've heard some cats have that. That's what she said. She's a vet. She probably knows, but it'll make me feel better if I get a second opinion. So if I take them to 2 or 3 vets and they all say that, then there you go. But I don't want something bad to happen. I really love them. They're so sweet, and they're just so sicky, and it just breaks my heart. Makes me really sad. I'm like always like cleaning off their nose with a tissue because oh no. Oh, your cat had febrile leukemia. All of them had it. The mother had it. You had to put her to sleep after the baby's birth and weaned. Oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. I'll definitely have them check for that as well. See that curl? This is with a waterproof mascara, by the way. Oh, your cats had that too, but they're all well now 10 years later. That's exciting. That's promising. Your outside cat just had 5 kittens about 2 months ago. You've got to get rid of them. Anybody needing a cat? Cheryl's got cats she's trying to get rid of. One of my best friends, her name's Casey, but my girls went to camp with her kids. And so her cat had kittens, and then it's had kittens again. And so Lola came home from camp and was like, one of my friends at camp, she said she has 10 cats. And I was like, ooh, it's a lot of cats. Are you sure? Like, who's your friend? And so she told me, and I was like, oh, it's my friend's kids. And so I called her and I was like, do you have 10 cats? And I was like, I was totally judging. And then she told me who it was. And she was like, yes, we have 10 cats right now. And she was like, we are definitely getting rid of some of the new babies after they're old enough to like go to homes. But I was like cracking myself up because I was totally like, who has 10 cats? All right, friends, almost done. Thanks for getting ready with me on a Saturday. I hope you guys have a really good day. If you have questions on anything, you can send me a message, and tonight after this party, I can get to them. Your mama catches us and they populate so fast. You ended up with 20 plus. They say, what is it? A cat can turn into 1 million cats in 7 years. Like one cat has litter and then that cat has litter and litter and litter. And like, it's crazy. Within 7 years, you could have 1 million cats from one. I'm gonna show you this outfit. I'm gonna put it on and then I'm gonna do this video. And technically I should be leaving right now, but I haven't even done my hair and I haven't changed. Let me change. I have to change bras because I have a dark bra on and I don't have any light bras up here. Anyways, you saw the outfit. I'm gonna have to, because I don't want to wear a dark bra under a cream top. Because that's just not the look I'm going for. Anyways, if you guys have questions about anything, you can send me a message. I hope you liked this look. It is cute, easy, fun, glowy summer look. So anyways, hope you guys have a great Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, you guys.